Welcome back. And we can go back to the first one, which, as you can see on the title screen, is actually just a Namco car, so I guess you don't have to take too close a look at this one. Namco. It's kind of gratuitous how many tracks there are here, especially since they're all ultimately around the same city anyways. I feel like it would be a little more justifiable having so many courses if they each had like gimmicks somehow. And this 90-degree turn that we're about to run into is not a gimmick in my mind. Yeah, running down the cross is a big pain here just because they try to pit you. It feels like. In reality, they probably just try to keep going straight, but well, their way of doing that is basically pulling a pit maneuver on you, which works surprisingly well in this game, better than most games of its kind. Not a lot of straightaways to boost on here. That was a decent drift for once, aside from hitting someone. Like, coming out of the drift is pretty tricky too, because it takes some time to get your traction back, so you still keep sliding. But it's weird how little speed you lose when you drift. Yeah, like, I basically lost no speed at all. Yeah, you basically don't lose speed, that's why it's just a turn faster button. This is a very different approach to drifting than in lots of games. Lots of games you lose a lot of speed while drifting, often to the point of it being pretty prohibitive actually to actually drift almost ever, unless it's just impossible to make a turn otherwise. And then of course you have like kart racers, where that's actually kind of the main gameplay gimmick. Drifting without losing speed, or in fact explicitly gaining speed because you're drifting. This is clearly not a kart racing game in terms of gameplay. And of course you have games that just do their own thing entirely, like Hot Wheels beat that, where drifting just applies this mysterious sideways force to your car that under certain circumstances can send your car to places it should not be. Like trying to drift while frozen in that game, which prevents you from really turning properly, just results in this really strong sideways push on your car. Alright. I might have to take a break from this, frankly. This is a lot of the same thing. I might do this and then go back to Number Chaser afterwards. Once we've gotten half the courses done. This is gonna be racing week, oh jeez. This doesn't really do much matter what Granny's wearing now if we can't see her. Stuck inside a compact. Oh, see, there's that weird turning. You go from hardly turning at all to just turning really hard. Sometimes you need something in between. Is that a fountain or something on my left there? Yeah, it's hard to appreciate the sights while playing this. Whoa, rainbow. This is another place you can't usually go. So it's cool getting to see this. Which means I want to look around a bit more. Same thing. Messed myself up on that straight away. I'm just losing control of the car. That's a turn you... I guess I should have drifted longer. That's a turn you absolutely have to drift on though, you just can't turn tightly enough otherwise. I feel like my performance is pretty mediocre here, and yet still, I'm kind of wiping the floor with everyone regardless. There we go, I managed to not really lose control that time at least. And the drift. The fountain. Whatever that is on the left. Yeah, it's like a fountain that just triggers whenever I'm near. Or something like that. Okay, it's a good thing there's an invisible wall there that kept me from hitting the side of those signs. Yeah, not very good braking distance on this thing. Okay. Brief break as we switch to another game mode, because that's quite a lot of that. But we've done everything else, right? Yeah. So we're most of the way through here. Graham. 4 minutes? Guys! Okay, who? Well, so this was gonna be quick, I guess. It's just not really the right way to go. Kind of hard to, and with how tight together everything is, it's all hard to simultaneously read the map and navigate. Also, I can't turn around here, unfortunately. Do I get a choice of where to go? Do I have to go through both of them, or what? Not really clear on this. It is cool having kind of a free roam of the city this way. You know, you're still always obligated to do something in the meantime. What? I guess you're going down to the hotel then. Oh, drifting? No drifting, apparently. It's weird. Drift just didn't do anything. Yeah, that just always triggers under here, apparently. I feel like this was not the more efficient way to go, but... It's weird how you get to choose... It's weird how you get choices of where to go. I did not expect that part. I've never really seen the whole, like, choose your own adventure approach to racing like that. Usually it's everyone has to... Usually it's everyone has to... make it through the same checkpoints, even if it doesn't matter how they get from one to the next, or even if, in this game's case, you don't have to do them in a specific order necessarily. Well, this is just Granny's night out, I guess. Just driving around town. Guess I go into the roundabout to the south. Sometimes motion controls, man. Sometimes it just doesn't turn. there's one specific place to go now, at least. Yeah, it would be nice if you told me where I had... It's like using a GPS. It would be nice if you told me that I had to make that turn a moment ago. The game doesn't get angry at you for going back to the checkpoint or anything. This is such a strange approach to the whole thing, but I guess it works. It just bugs me more than anything that your location on the your location on the minimap is actually the tip of your pointer, not the center of the arrow. That really messes me up for some reason. Okay. Should be able to fit the last one in this episode, actually. I don't know who's cheering for Rainy. I'm just driving recklessly everywhere, but... Alright, last one. I think we have time to finish the last of the races of this episode, or this sitting, meaning this week from your perspective. Even if we don't, I might want to go over time slightly just to record an extra episode and start getting the numbers for this series back on track. Oh, I wanted to turn, momentum said no. Imagine I bring a car into the side window. That'd be interesting. Which way do I turn? That way. Oh my god! Alright. That was different. Yeah, I was about to say, I was a little bit too far on the inside of that turn, wasn't I? Still had a bit of a different outcome than I expected. What am I doing? What? How the heck? Yeah, it's not where I thought that would bring me. I'm gonna have to come back here, I guess. That tells me... That's 4 though, not 3, so I'm gonna have to make it at some point, but much later. This game's pretty generous with time anyway, so that's probably not a big of a deal, but... Man, I have to go all the way back down there. And that map's really confusing though, because you just... Because you got that drop. Man, that was a weird time. Now I'm gonna have to turn around basically after this thing. Again, the number obscures the fact that this waypoint doesn't actually connect to the oval. I keep thinking it does. Now I head all the way back up there. It's a little... This is just a city thing in general. All these 90-degree turns that are blocked by buildings and trees and whatnot. That's just the reality of driving in a place like this. I shouldn't be surprised, but it's annoying to deal with. Are you kidding? down the hotel. Darn it, the pointer messes me up. I can't tell which turn I'm next to. Because there's this offset on what the map says where I actually am. I actually really hate that. I didn't expect to have to rely so much on the map in this game, but because I do, that one little nitpick with the mini-map really messes me up. Not to mention though, it's just hard to see lots of these turns coming up. Okay. The path I'm taking now is not really the path I intended to take, it's just that every time I think, okay, I should take that turn, I realize I've already passed that turn because, again, the arrow on the minimap is not where I expect it to be in relation to me. That, again, the weird turning a lot or turning not at all thing. Who put this road here? That's really where I need to be. Of course, there's also the fun part of having to read the map upside down quickly as I drive through all this. Like this, in all seriousness, is actually. I keep thinking that I can go around the roundabout to get there. I can't. But unless you memorize everything, this really is reading a map very quickly. Nope. Reading a map very quickly while trying to race around, which is an amusing experience. Again, see, it's precisely what I keep saying. I think that I'm in a different place relative to the turns because the arrow is not where I expected it to be. Right and the left here. Then we have to go back down. Okay, it's another matter of ways you can memorize everything. Now I can go back down to the hotel. There's not really a right way to go here. That was an interesting turn. A few episodes of Whiplash there. Nothing Granny hasn't dealt with before. Now then. Numbers. Alright, how many episodes do we even have to record left this week? One more. So we'll see if we can finish last of these races next time. Bye everyone.